If you are standing in a random one of America's 620 Cracker Barrel locations, there is a 64% chance you're standing in a county that voted for John McCain in 2008. If you're standing in one of America's 324 Whole Foods locations, particularly if you're closer to the fish counter than the meat counter, there is an 82% chance that you're standing in a county that voted for Barack Obama in 2008. I'm David Wasserman, and I feel very lucky to be doing my dream job at the Cook Political Report. I'm a total nerd, and I'll be the first to admit it. When I was 11 or 12, we were getting the cable TV reinstalled in our house, and for a couple of weeks we only got two channels. We got QVC and C-SPAN. And so I switched over to C-SPAN, and oddly enough, I found the floor debate going on in the house to be completely engrossing. And my parents were completely frightened that I started memorizing names of members of Congress. I find a lot of the time people have questions about why has Washington gotten as bad as it is. What I want audiences to realize is that voters need to look down the street in their own neighborhoods to understand how Congress has gotten so polarized. But I think to understand what's really going on at both the presidential and congressional levels, you have to understand three critical trends. First of all is that culture and lifestyle increasingly trump policy. This is a graphic of propensity to vote and propensity to vote Democratic or Republican based on retail habits. Second of all, we've seen a massive pulling apart of the American electorate. Voters really moving to places, whether subconsciously or not, where the majority of their neighbors agree with them politically. When there are fewer swing precincts, swing neighborhoods, there are fewer and fewer congressional districts that are competitive between the parties, and that's really driving what's going on in Congress today. And then third of all, as both parties in Congress have pushed towards the polls, we see an increasing number of Americans who don't find either party appealing, and so for the first time ever in our Gallup track, more than 40% of Americans now see themselves as a member of neither party, see themselves as independents. It's best to be able to tell a story using maps, using a combination of data and visuals. Just 3 counties out of 3,114 counties in America re-elected President Obama. Broward County, Florida, Cuyahoga County, Ohio, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If those counties did not exist, let's just pretend they didn't exist for a second, Obama would not have won Ohio, Pennsylvania, or Florida, and without those 3 states, he would not have won the Electoral College. There are a lot of good speakers out there who document the cultural shift we've seen in our politics. What I try and do is add some good data to it, add some good visuals to it, to really drive home that point to an audience.
It's a human business, legacy we want to leave behind us.